Allahu Akbar.
In the Muslim world. Number one is that all these are analysis and discussions. The same discussions are held in different parts of the world. Muslims are moved. Muslims are desperately looking for solutions. Then the youths are in two ways. Some of them said we must get solution, and our solution is jihad. And they get themselves organized under a Muttaqi leadership. You know the meaning of a Muttaqi leadership? A righteous leader. In different parts of the world, we have seen it. Genuine effort. Genuine effort. Wallahi. Stainless and genuine effort. We have one. Then there are others too who succumb to the trigger that brings about a spontaneous reaction. They are equally youthful. They said, because on the basis of knowledge, being led probably by a wise ignoramus, they contemplate the idea of jihad as well, and they pursue it in a very wrong way. And when our enemies, who have heavily funded research into the spirit of our religion, when they discover that some youth in some part of the world have championed an erroneous approach to prosecuting jihad, they quickly come around to fund them. Do you know why they fund them? I will tell you on the basis of research how a genuine effort, a good effort. Look at IDG as it is. IDG is a very good effort under the leadership of a diplomat, genuine, beautiful, well-trained brothers. Lawyers are here, pharmacists, all of them, a senior police officer. Anybody that comes to this kind of organization, we say that's an elitist organization. We are all proud of it. But if the enemies want to hijack this organization, they come through your strength. That thing that I listed, that's your strength, is where they come through. You will now think that you are working for Allah, but you've been distracted without knowing. It's only when you arrive in the day of Qiyamah, that they will say, welcome, Mr. Shekau. This is your way to hell. And I will tell you how this happens. Then you will feel that you are actually the new Islamic movement. They work on this kind of thing I said. They have a kind of protection. The sets. You understand? Protection. That their effort would not be hijacked. And when people are telling you that your effort has been hijacked, you will never believe that your effort has been hijacked. One of the problems that Islamic work faces, there are two problems. Problem of finance and problem of the soul, spirituality. Finance, when the movement has a certain stage, desperately need money. When they desperately need money, just like a country that is starved of money, when they have donors, when donors come, they will hardly scrutinize. You here, I'm sorry, Amir of IDG. I'm sure this Jama will need a lot of projects to be executed. Assuming an NGO, Islamic or otherwise, just comes up and promises to fund your project heavily, just with a little talking of 1 billion naira, not even dollar. Three things will happen in that organization. They will fight to finish, because those ones, they know how to fight. That particular German I'm talking about, they know how to fight on your relevant thing, on trivial issues. They complain too much. They will first of all fight. By the time their body come down, Amir, the first thing is that thing is what those who have not been active, they will start coming regularly. Money has come. Do you get it now? Because even the one they have that are generated through the school, now borrow they borrow. Leave that one. So now they will now come. Do you get it? Wallahi, the work of Allah, the money of Allah, madness, no class. That Jama will never have peace. from one problem to another. Please. Now, the question now is 1 billion. They will not know. Those who have brought billion, when they tell you that this is the path you should take, some people will resist. Some people will agree. You know those one that resist. Do you understand? They will target there. They first of all take care of their life and fund their life. In the next meeting, their stories will change. That time, this is an agent of Shaitan. It's jinn that whispers to them, that teach them what they will do. Quran says, وَلَقَدْ جَعَلْنَا لِكُلِّ نَبِيٍّ عَدُوًّا شَيَاطِينَ الْإِنسِ وَالْجِنِّ يُوحِي بَعْضُهُمْ إِلَى بَعْضٍ. We have created for all each prophet, لِكُلِّ نَبِيٍّ, each prophet, that is, each movement worker, each Islamic worker, each dawah activist, each dawah group, عَدُوًّا, enemy, شَيَاطِينَ الْإِنسِ وَالْجِنِّ, among the demons and among human beings. They whisper ideas to one another. Allah knows how many Islamic works being funded and sponsored by Trump, number one enemies of the global Muslim world. Allah knows. That's why, what's the name of that boy? Jelani, the guy in Syria. The moment the first day, the guy took over. Lukman Babatunde is not here. He's one of my students at Abuja here. He's a chartered accountant. He quickly sent message to me, was showing everything, was doing Alhamdulillah. Bashar has run away. Jelani has taken over. I said, Lukman, I've not taken any book. I've not read anything. I did not even follow the story. I said, Jelani, I said, that is not, I can see the handiwork of Shaitan there. That victory is not that of the Ummah. He said, Jelani, that America has placed something on, that is this. I said, Wallahi. He now said, what did I see? I said, look at this analysis. It's at the height of the Gaza war. When Hamas was in the, you mean America and Israel without fold arms to witness victory in the neighboring country of Syria? Are you with me? In Syria, I said, Wallahi, this guy is on a mission. But nobody could understand that a fine guy, a mujahid, a brilliant guy who claims to be spiritually committed can be used. He's not only the dog of UAE now, he's also the dog of Trump. He's now anti-Muslims. Shaitan can hijack. And that is why Shaitan, the only Prophet Muhammad encourages us. When you are leaving your house, pray against Shaitan. When you are coming in, pray against Shaitan. When you want to enter toilet, pray against Shaitan. When you want to come out, pray against Shaitan. You want to eat food, pray against Shaitan. You have just finished eating, pray against Shaitan. You want to wear your clothes, pray against Shaitan. You want to remove your clothes, pray against Shaitan. You want to read even Quran, pray against Shaitan. You want to do salah that you should feel secure and protected, pray against Shaitan. How much more when you are doing dawah work? People will sit down, they are the shura, they are the executive, taking decision in dawah without first of all asking brothers, I'm sorry, sir, go and observe Tuturaka. We have gathered, we want to do meeting in our, everybody perform ablution, pray and observe Tuturaka. After Tuturaka, pray that Allah should guide us. We are taking decision. Do you understand? After sitting on the table, then one of them say, oh Allah, guide us. Decision we are going to take today, but we are just taking decision like boardroom managers. The Boko we acquired in school, we brought it to running Islamic organizations. Are you with me? This is one of the lessons. So, spirituality, it really matters. What is now the solution? The solution is, they are in three things. Number one, the personalities who are going to cause reform. The personality who are going to cause reform in the society. Muslim personalities who are going to cause reform in the personalities. Their orientation and training must commence from home. Are you with me? All this one that all of us come to program, and our marriage is not strongly built on Islamic prejudice, it's a waste of time. Send your children to 10,000 Quranic memorization schools. You are wasting time. They brought some people to me. They said they were drug addicts and they were Ufazul Quran. And there are plenty in Abuja here down north. And they are reading beautifully. The Quran you commit, to which you have committed your children's head to, does not save anything. I have never been found wasting my time on insisting that my children must memorize Quran. But they speak Arabic and they have the one they have in their head with the Quran and they read from the Arabic original. Where's the morals? Where's spirituality? All this celebration everybody is doing. I have 3 offices in my house. I have 4 offices in my house. Do we even have time for Muraja? Even we that we are doing dawah, do you know how many we memorized? How many remain in our head? Now, Bukata and Perisom. Home. And how do you start from the home? Marry the right person. Brother, any of your wives who is not willing to join you in the cause of this struggle for Islamic change, of dawah. When I marry, this is what I normally say. I will tell my wife that I have a mission. And those children we are going to have, they are committed to a mission. Wallah, I've never missed it. This is what I've always said. I've tried to marry 3rd wife, 4th wife. A particular sister ran away when I told her my mission. He said he doesn't understand that mission. Maybe it's Boko Haram. He left. Do you get it now? He doesn't understand it. It's a very simple mission. We have a mission. You must have a mission. The mission goes beyond being a pharmacist, goes beyond being a lawyer, goes beyond Maxo. We are talking about the collective mission for changing the world. Dawah, establishing spiritual relevance in the world. We must have a mission. Hafahasibutum annama khalaqnakum abatha wa annakum ilayna la turja'un. Afahasibutum, do you think annama khalaqnakum abatha, that we created you to come into this world for fun? Khalaqnakum abatha, to just become PhD, book upon book. Khalaqnakum abatha, the culture come here to watch Nollywood and Kannywood. Khalaqnakum abatha, to just come and play. Wa annakum ilayna la turja'un. Don't you know that you are still returning to us? You will return back to us to give account of your mission on earth. It must be defined. So, a wife that cannot embark on the trip with you is not worthy of being kept as a wife. And the same thing, wife too. You complain your wives are learning from some brothers, but you yourself, you can't provide leadership at home, and you can't equally give your wives the requisite knowledge. You can imagine. You can. How many of us are real the husbands? Your wife is just there. Do you know the implication of a woman not learning for a whole week, not hearing the words of Allah? She is doing tahajjud. Wallahi, one can do tahajjud and commit zina. That one does not. Tahajjud, when people when they do salah, they do zina. You are now talking about tahajjud. Don't be voluntary. Can do tahajjud and sneak to a boka. When the problem becomes so tense, will you know? How many of you knows anything about your wife? You really need to train sisters to know that you don't know anything about your wife. Is your wife stupid? And we make everything. When at a little things now, you will use it against her. On the day of Qiyamah, if Allah expose your wife to you, Allah, you just, I just went to the world to play. Just wasted. Anyway, you did not waste your life in the world, though. You actually came to the world to pay school fees. And not your hypertension. These are great things you have done. But you will know your wife if your wife trusts you, learn from you, but you refuse to learn and you want to work for Allah. Brother Kanima Shao left his family, went to Sudan. Went there, before he went to Sudan, he could not speak Arabic. One line. We know. He's our friend. He spoke rubbish if he tried to speak. When he came from Sudan, he was conversing with us in Arabic. Magic. And he not only bring Islam, Arabic, he also brought a beautiful Sudanese. We don't know where that one is now, but he brought one. Allah Sergi. He's our friend. We know him. And everybody respects him because he's a principled brother. He doesn't pretend. You may not agree with him. That's your own problem. One lie. I told someone, I said, one person for whom I can vouch that is never an hypocrite is Brother Prasak Adimasham. He doesn't care whether you agree, whether you don't agree, whether you believe, whether you don't believe. That's your own problem. Where he stands is where he stands. Learn Islam and teach your wife and give birth with a sense of a mission. Give birth to reformers and train them along that line. Train them on the path of piety, of godly consciousness. Let them be well acquainted with issues around the Muslim world. Let them know. These women, when we marry them, their father handing them over to us. I will tell you what they did. When they handed over to us that, go and turn out to whatever you want. A woman has been in your wife's house for 15 years and her orientation remained as she left her father's house. A brother told me his wife committed zina, and I was trying to settle the issue for both of them. I was involved, a very prominent brother, and everything. And this sister confessed, and we were talking. And later, when the sister left, although the marriage eventually collapsed, I told the brother, I said, you people have been attending that jomo, and you have been consistent. And when will your wife commit zina? Is she not going there with you? He said she goes there. I said, you are a failure. It's not apparent. In Yoruba language, the culture from where I come, they refer, when they talk to a woman, they will say, Afa enko. Afa. Is that not so? That is, where is your teacher? They believe your husband is your teacher. When you are empty-headed, there is nothing in your skull except foam, and the foam is black. How will you be able to teach her anything? You didn't teach her Islam? She's just there, and you only package and decorate her with long rope of jilbab. And everybody is calling her sister, but there is nothing in her head. And they will not be saying, those sisters, if you see their attitude, hey, they are just wearing a hijab. Have you attempted to effect a change? When you have not changed your family, and you said you want to change the world. This is number one. Number two, we cannot work in isolation. We must work together. Maharaj, wallahi. Like me now, I'm not a registered member of IDG. But IDG cannot be hold. If IDG is holding their conference here, inside here, I can walk in and sit down. Nobody will say, Abu Mozilla, go out. I will sit down. Even though they have not been saying it, that means that in their subconscious mind, they can say it anywhere. No, our father here. He's one of us. Is that not so? And I can walk to Micah. Do you understand? The other time Micah was in distress, I was among those invited to offer our suggestions. The other time they had a sit-tight Amir, and it was becoming embarrassing, and a revolt was about incurring. I was the one called and delegated with the assignment to invite the sit-tight Amir and talk to him, that everybody has spoken to him. And I talked to him. He said, what do I want him to do? I said, go and resign. He said, can I appoint? I said, you have no right to appoint. I can walk into Abuja Muslim Forum anytime, any day, because all of these people are, so I belong to the Jama in Abuja. The other day, we lost Brahmo 4 and I could see, as that night, as we were holding meetings, making arrangements, I was seeing people from IDG, Muti was there, restless and doing this, and some other Badiwa was also standing. The Micah people, with which people could identify him. They even played the list. Bro, there. They were there. Do you understand? Abuja Muslim Forum people, I was also there, and we're doing everything. And we're selecting. You are going to you have to travel with something. You have to escort the family. Because he's a member of the community. Belong to the community in Abuja, the Ummah. Don't dissociate yourself. And one of the advantages, and where we are weak so far, when the brother dies, we abandon his family. This is not the Ummah of Muhammad. It's unfair. Which kind of brotherhood is this? Why? And this is because we don't have leaders. This I've told Imam Tawfiq severally. I said we don't have leaders because every soul here is rebellious. We must have a leader. Someone we trust that, okay, what do you think we should do? You need to know the day we wanted to distribute Mufodil's estate. That I was there, I was at the lead of the. That's when, in fact, after we finished everything, later bit, I said, we're in trouble in Abuja here. There was so much tension that even brothers who respect each other, at a point, we don't have leaders, we are not coordinated. At a point, me and Olori Aje, that the brother I love so much, my own personal lawyer, we look into each. Do you get it now? I disrespected Badiwa. The whole thing was tense. I don't think anybody I respect as I respect Imam Tawfiq. At the point he said, Abu Masida is doubting my integrity. I said, no, sir. Wallah, you have a lot of integrity. I don't doubt your integrity. But I'm affirming your incompetence. That you are not competent to do this. You're a professor of English. On account of what? Silent ill feelings. Everybody did not care. We are not coordinated. There must be a ummah. We must all belong to it. We all came to Abuja as hustlers. Right? But we must coordinate ourselves. We must say, okay, this is our leader. And if anybody happens to anybody at home, we shouldn't leave him with the problem of his family. And we will now do dawah together. But because Barista is doing family ta'lim and his families are growing spiritually, Mala Razak is doing family ta'lim. Mala Malachi is doing family ta'lim. Brakola Askari is doing family ta'lim. I'm doing family ta'lim. And we are all evolving spiritually with spiritual consciousness. Even when we address one another, we will address with respect, with piety. We will explain godly consciousness. When you are in the midst of your brothers, without your brother admonishing, and you will be exhibiting spirituality. Have you ever seen a situation? I've attended some programs abroad. I'm sorry. There are programs of Ikhwan. Now, that you will just sit in the midst of some brothers like this. And the kind of spiritual consciousness you will feel. Nobody's talking, they are just waiting. You just do like this. It will be far more than you being in Qiyamul Layl with Khushu'. When we come here, or when we gather, we still exhibit that tendency of criminality, hostility, conspiracy. Are you with me? And this is what happens in the entire Muslim world. Then lastly, we must institutionalize our ideas. We must institutionalize our ideas. We must institutionalize our ideas, for which I want to praise this Joma. This Joma is making a lot of effort in the institutionalization of ideas. This school is enough. Nothing. And I know from this school, a lot of other things are still coming. May Allah bless this organization. So this I have just said here is applicable to the entire Muslim world, not to this community alone. May Allah not hold me to account for any mistake I've made in the course of making this presentation. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
wabarakatuh. Takbir. Alhamdulillah. Jazakallahu khaira. May Allah reward you abundantly. I believe that all of us will agree with me that our Sheikh